Stop performing. Stop shrinking yourself. Stop building your life around opinions that won't build your future. The people you're trying so hard to impress aren't thinking about you nearly as much as you think they are. You're sacrificing your life for an audience that isn't even watching. You've asked yourself, what will people think, more times than you've asked yourself, what do I actually want? Think about that. Somewhere along the way, other people's opinions became louder than your own voice. Before you make a decision, you imagine their reactions. Before you chase a dream, you imagine their judgment. Before you become yourself, you ask for permission from people who were never supposed to have that kind of power over your life. The saddest part is that most of those people won't remember your choices a week from now, but you'll live with the consequences for years. They'll move on with their lives while you're still carrying the weight of a decision you made to keep them comfortable. That's the price of living for the wrong audience. You slowly disappear until one day you realize you've become an expert at pleasing everyone except yourself. Stop giving temporary opinions permanent authority over your life. Stop handing the steering wheel to people who aren't even traveling with you. Every time you let someone else's expectations make your decisions, you lose another piece of the person you were supposed to become. You've been making invisible people the judges of your life. People who don't pay your bills. People who don't carry your regrets. People who won't be there when you're lying awake at night wondering why you never became the person you were capable of becoming. Yet somehow, you've given their opinions more authority than your own dreams. The truth is, the fear of being judged has killed more dreams than failure ever has. Not because people weren't talented, not because they lacked opportunities. They simply couldn't bear the thought of someone talking about them. So they stayed quiet. They stayed comfortable. They stayed invisible. And they called it being realistic. Here's what should scare you. The people you're trying so hard not to disappoint are busy living their own lives. They're making mistakes. They're changing careers. They're taking chances. They're not asking your permission. They're not putting their lives on hold because of your opinion. So why are you putting yours on hold because of theirs? Every time you choose approval over authenticity, you betray yourself. Every time you silence your own voice to avoid criticism, you teach yourself that other people's comfort matters more than your own freedom. That's not humility. That's surrender. And the longer you live like that, the harder it becomes to remember who you were before you started performing for everyone else. The most dangerous prison isn't built with walls. It's built with opinions. The moment you let other people's approval become your compass, you stop making decisions because they're right for you. You start making decisions because they're easier to explain. That's how people spend years living a life they never wanted, simply because it looked acceptable to everyone else. You've been protecting your image while abandoning your future. You've been so busy avoiding embarrassment that you've avoided growth. You worry about looking foolish for one day, but you never stop to think about how foolish it feels to spend years wondering, what if I had just gone for it? That regret lasts far longer than anyone's opinion ever will. The people who change their lives aren't fearless. They just stop treating other people's opinions like instructions. They stop asking, will they approve? And start asking, is this the life I want? That's the question that changes everything. Because the moment your own voice becomes louder than everyone else's, you stop performing and you finally start living. One day you'll realize something that should have been obvious all along. The people whose opinions controlled your life were never carrying the consequences of your choices. You were. Every dream you delayed, every opportunity you ignored, every version of yourself you buried. You paid the price, not them. The people whose opinions you've been protecting have been living their lives this entire time. They laughed. They moved on. They forgot. They weren't carrying your dreams. They weren't carrying your regrets. You were. That's the tragedy. You gave people temporary opinions, permanent control over a life they were never going to live. You don't owe the world a performance. You don't owe strangers an explanation. You don't owe anyone the smaller version of yourself just because it makes them comfortable. The life you're protecting from criticism is slowly becoming the life you'll have to answer for. And that's a conversation far more painful than anything anyone could ever say about you. People will always have opinions. Let them. They'll misunderstand you. Let them. They'll question your decisions. Let them. They'll judge you. Let them. None of those opinions can stop your life unless you give them permission to. The saddest part isn't that people judged you. It's that you believed them. The saddest part isn't that people doubted you. It's that you started doubting yourself. And the greatest tragedy isn't that the world told you no. It's that you kept saying no to yourself before the world ever had the chance. If you enjoy conversations like this, subscribe and join me for the next one.